What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Subnautica. So stuff has happened. You'll notice we're missing the timer in the top right, and I'm in an alien facility. So, it's been a week. For those of you that watched my Space Engineers episode, you may know a little bit about what's going on. Short version, I lost an episode. Longer version, I was made aware in... I guess we can leave, because there's really not a lot of point in me being here at this point. So I'm going to go over the ballpark version. We got here... this is basically what happened in the Lost episode. We got here, Sunbeam shows up, this facility activates, and it's a giant green laser cannon, blows up the Sunbeam, and that's all we hear of that. I used the purple tablet to open this force field control, and we entered this facility, and in this facility, we ended up finding a couple of these ion cubes, as well as getting some data on the aliens, and that we know now this is a containment facility. The planet is under quarantine from a pathogen that whatever this alien facility is detecting seems to have infected the planet, basically. And so now it's under quarantine, we can't leave, and at one point we tried to take control of the facility. And when we did that, it basically injected us. The facility had this little arm thing that comes out and stabs you in the arm, and basically tells us that we're infected as well, and so you can't operate or disable the quarantine protocols. There's a little bit more information than that in some of the logs that I will at least pull up on screen, and if you guys want to pause them and read them, you can, but that's kind of the gist of it. Now, why did we have a lost episode? Well, so in a couple episodes ago, I've been made aware there was a couple of spots where the screen just went orange. I'm not 100% sure why. I believe it had to do with an error in the rendering process, because it wasn't there when I recorded the footage. So I was like, well, I think it happened when I rendered it out in Premiere and something didn't get communicated correctly, and I got basically a missing texture type thing, and so it ended up being just this orange panel. Why? Don't really know, but it is what it is. So I was kind of like, okay, well, I need to pay more attention to stuff and keep an eye on things. So I recorded the Lost episode, which I'm referring to, that the Sunbeam blew up and all that kind of stuff. The next one that was supposed to air when this one aired. And I did the whole episode because I was under the impression the error was in the rendering process, which it was. But what happened was something broke down in OBS because there was too much detail in that alien facility you just saw me in, and in doing so, I was getting garbled video distortion where it would pixelate and it would get all choppy and wonky. But that was in the footage this time. That wasn't a that was not a rendering thing. That was in the footage directly. Unfortunately, I had already recorded the whole episode. And before you ask, I don't know 100% sure that this won't do the same thing. However, I have done extensive testing at this point, and I'm not as concerned. But I'll be checking it probably every time I pause the video for a minute, just to make sure. So what ended up happening was I was like, all right, well, if the encoder's breaking down, then I need to change the way that I'm recording stuff so that I don't get that garbled artifact crap anymore. So I looked up a couple tutorials on the best settings for, the newest version of OBS in 2020 and stuff like that for doing high quality because I try and make sure that my videos are pretty high quality. Other than like the resolution, I can't do more than 1080p because my monitor is 1080p, so as a capture device, it's not going to capture more than what your monitor is doing. So anyways, long story short, I changed up my settings to a different setting, and it got rid of the artifacts and stuff. I was like, cool. But then Premiere wouldn't recognize it. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Well, I finally converted it into something Premiere would recognize, and I was like, okay, cool, we're squared away, we're happy. And then I got so excited, apparently, that everything was done and squared away and I didn't have to worry about it. And I edited the video, it was primed and ready to go, and a few hours later I was doing some more testing on newer settings and ways to change that, because that one didn't work, I had to convert it. And I somehow accidentally deleted the footage before I had rendered the episode. So, lost episode. That's the Reader's Digest version of what's been going on this last week in trying to get the Subnautica episode finished and recorded. So again, not what I intended. However, it is what happened, and that's kind of the best that I got. So, last but not least, I want to go over a couple of things. I think they were in data alien. We did find an alien rifle. Now, I read through all of these before. I'm going to pause it, and if you guys are interested, you can read through them, but in the interest of time, I'm not going to be reading through them this time. So we do have an alien rifle. There was a doomsday device in there, which that was new. And again, also, if you want to actually see the Sunbeam cutscene, I don't have the regular one. There's probably a bunch of YouTube videos out on it already, but I do have a version of it when they first introduced that scene, I think a couple of seasons ago in my alpha playthrough, towards probably the last season of my alpha playthrough before they released the game. So there is that if you want to see at least a Reader's Digest version of it. There's an alien arch, which, for those of you that have seen my alpha playthroughs, know that it's the teleporting gate things, but we weren't sure according to the thing. There's an energy core in that facility that is powering the facility, or whatever, or using it as a conduit, something like that. There was a force field control terminal, that's what we used the purple tablet on. We picked up the ion cubes, which again, more than welcome to pause and read through the whole thing, and we have the purple tablets. Now, there was terminal data, which kind of explained how the data terminal worked, and then this was the big one, which was, this is the enforcement platform schematic, and it also does kind of explain the construction and layout and whatnot, but in one of these, I don't actually see it now. It should have been in alien data somewhere. I thought it was in that one actually, but I don't see it. There was a description for different, maybe it's under advanced theories. No, that's eggs. Habitat installations? Nope. That's blueprints. Crap, where did it go? Geological data? Environment scan? No. I don't know where it went. There was a thing that mentioned basically where there were other alien facilities, and I cannot find that now. So anyway, I'm not sure where that is. I'll find it eventually, but that's kind of the gist of what happened in the last episode. It wasn't a ton, but it did have some cutscenes and stuff. So I think this time we're going to go explore the Aurora. But I'm going to pause, gather up some more materials, get myself squared away, swap out my rebreather for my rad suit, store some of this stuff, and check and make sure that this recording is going okay. And probably throw some more power or creepvine in on... Oh no, that one's okay. That lasts a minute. So yeah, let me get some stuff squared away, check on the video recording, make sure everything's good, and then we'll continue. Whew. Okay, so it does seem to be working finally, and I don't seem to have any video artifacts, so all's well that ends well, I suppose. If nothing else, my quality of my videos should just be getting better at this point, because I'm going to be improving the codecs that I'm using to record in to get a better quality, less encoding breakdowns and all that crap, and so on and so forth. I am actually considering also using some other softwares and things, but I'll get into that in a later video. Right now, I just want to get this done. So I did find the facility thing. It's under codes and clues. So we have the locations of the facility. Again, you're free to pause it and peruse at your leisure. But yeah, it basically dictates there's like 4 different facilities. We were in, I believe, the containment enforcement facility. But there's a lab and 2 other sanctuary things. There's a thermal power plant, a disease research, yada, 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 yada. So that's pretty cool, and will ultimately end up leading us towards probably what we'll end up doing. But I also realized that we do have a message here.
Playing partially translated broadcast.
9 new biological subjects designated. Mode: hunting, analyzing, sharing subject locations with other agents.
Okay, that's new. I'm really glad that I've got that going at the moment. I mean, got the recording going before that happened. I think there was a garbled message like that before in the early access one, but it wasn't voiced over and they didn't say that. Like, that sounded more like Predator, like we're being hunted thing, which is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of exciting. So I'm going to grab, oh, I have, where did I have 3 from? I'm going to take 2 waters and 2, med kits with me. And I have saved it here, so we're gonna hope, that, we have, ow, crap. I'm already wrecking the ship. No! Frickin' auto dock. We're gonna hope that, the sea moth is enough to explore into the Aurora a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna head over that way, but in the interest of time, I'm gonna cut it here, and I will meet you guys over there. Okay, so new plan. I sort of kind of forgot that I don't have a laser cutter yet. I'd like to get a propulsion cannon going, or a stasis rifle, rather. One of those. So I totally forgot that I don't have the laser cutter, and I really wanted a laser cutter before we moved towards the Aurora, because I remember that I believe there's certain doors that you can only cut through. However, I haven't been over here where the radiation is, so I had my radiation suit equipped already, so I figured, well, we'll just go over here today and try and see if we can explore some of the wrecked areas and gather some more blueprints and whatnot. Oh, I know. I can repair this. Cool. I did bring my repair tool. A couple episodes ago, again, I do apologize for some of the delay in response, but because I've been releasing my episodes a week early on Patreon, I don't always see the comments on YouTube until after I've made the following episode, and so it takes a couple episodes before I usually kind of acknowledge the comments and things like that. Ooh, this is hard to... I apologize for the darkness as well. I never make a flashlight in this game for some reason. I don't really know why. I just never do. Like, it's not really any particular reason. I just don't hardly ever use one. But the last time I was in a situation like this, I had the Sea Glide, which still allowed me to kind of see what I was doing. So I apologize for the, like, black, dark video here. Bear with me a second. Light! I see light. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, I had a comment a few episodes ago about a compartment in one of the wrecks that I explored that I believed I missed. And I almost specifically remember the spot that it was referring to, and I remember noting in my head, oh, I should come back here, because I didn't have my repair tool on me at the time. So I remember thinking, oh yeah, I need to go back and do that at some point, and I just haven't made my way back there, I guess. Ooh, what is that? Is that a propulsion gun? I think it is. Let's try it. Also, I probably should self-scan myself now that we, there we go. Now that we've been confirmed to be infected by the alien facility, I probably should. Man, that's a lot of propulsion guns. I can't remember if the Reaper Leviathan thing can come out this way or not. I honestly don't remember. I'm hoping it can't, but, or it can't. But, yeah, I don't really know, so I'm kind of being a little cautious. In case I hear. Though they do give off some kind of sound, they like roar or something, so we might not have too much of an issue. The only other thing is I may start exploring the Aurora a little bit, and then if we run into a laser door, I'll just have to come back, and I may do the travel time and stuff off camera, just to make it easier on you guys. But like I said, this episode's going to be a little bit wonky and a little weird, because of the whole...
Platform readings in this region are sparse. The Aurora's radioactive fallout will have devastating effects on the alien ecosystem if not contained within the next 24 hours.
Oh, that's a new little element to the explosion that they didn't add before. I wonder if there's actually... Now I know I need a repair tool for that. I don't know if I need a laser cutter. Maybe we can disable the radiation. Battery. Man, I feel like I'm moving really slow around here. That's weird. Oh, I guess it might be a frame rate thing. Wow, frame rate central there. I have always wished that there would be a little bit more optimization in some games. I know a lot of these that start in early access and indie games and stuff. A lot of them are not.
Equipment and laser cutters may be required.
Yeah, see, I don't.
Is conducted at your own risk.
It even tells you a laser cutter may be required. Let's just run up here real quick and see what we can get. I forgot to bring a fire extinguisher too. I totally forgot about that. You do need a fire extinguisher in certain areas, so we are not properly equipped for this. But honestly, this whole episode.
Scans show the digestive tracts of nearby life forms contain human tissues.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Thanks for that. Honestly, this whole episode is a little bit thrown together at the last minute because I already kind of did the episode that I wanted to do before, and it didn't work. So there's that. That almost looks like a... Is that a bigger one? They have varying size of the crab things now. Oh, there's a fire extinguisher. Cool. Sweet. Well, that saves us a little bit of time. Alright. Come on. Wait, what? I have never understood Subnautica's flame thing. Like, 1 minute, like, that's way over there, but somehow, just standing on embers seems to, like, light me on fire. So that's interesting. Okay, we got another crate. A lot of batteries. We're getting a lot of batteries.
Aurora systems are running on local reserve power, unable to remotely download black box data.
Okay, so it's running on reserve power. Can't download the black box. We did pick up a PDA though, so that'll probably come in handy. See, like that. There's nothing there, dude. You're in a wetsuit and all, and you're just got out of the ocean. You can walk on a few embers. It's not gonna kill you.
Integrating new PDA data.
All right, Altera launches the Aurora. So we got that. We're almost out of our fire extinguisher, which is not great if we need more fire extinguisher. Whoop. Looked at my stopwatch, ran into a wall. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Anything in these? No. Do I remember how to get in here? I think you might need the propulsion cannon. I feel like I figured out a way to do it before without it. But I honestly don't know if it'll work anymore or not, given that it's not the early access version. You used to be able to, like, climb up there or jump across or something. Maybe it was off of this box? Like that. There we go. Now, can we get back? I don't know. That would be a good thing to figure out, I suppose. Don't need a laser cutter, don't need that. Oh, okay, this is gonna be...
Scans of damage to the Aurora do not match any known offensive technologies.
Okay, codes. Note to self. Here are finally in open space. We cross the galaxy to install a phase gate to send ships to mine resources, to build more expensive ships, to install fancier phase gates. Are we trying to exhaust the galaxy or just ourselves? Okay. Weeks before... Cargo Bay, 1454. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Let's see. That's a light. I don't think I need that. Don't really know if there's any blueprints in there. Like if they would hide anything back. I guess they kind of hid that. Nutrient block. Some of those we might end up using if we get stuck in here too long and I need food. I always have to check the backs of these cargo crates because there's always like some kind of blueprints or fragments laying around in them. I feel like this is where you got the prawn suit schematics before, but again, there's been enough changes. Ooh, Cyclops engine. Yes, please. Another PDA thing.
Integrating new PDA data.
Given the time frame, we're already at like 22 minutes according to my stopwatch. So I may end up saving the PDA things for next episode so that we can kind of maximize our exploration time in this one. And then maybe read over them at the beginning of the next episode or something like that, or just glance over them at the very end or something. Come on, really? What the heck? That's ridiculous. Alright, I'm just... I can somehow just grab it out of the side of the compartment, but whatever. Okay, anything down here? I don't see anything. Nope. Drive room, Seamoth Bay. That requires a repair. So that's fine. That's a laser cutter door. Oh, crap. I forgot about these things. Hate those things. That's a laser cutter door, I think. Let's go ahead and repair this one. Don't really know what we would get out of the Seamoth Bay, but might be something of use in here. I mean, there's obviously a PDA. ER suit log.
New PDA data.
Seamoth fragment. I don't really need those, and at the moment I'm trying to collect stuff, so I probably would just fill up on titanium. So I'm gonna leave that, I think. Oh, I can't. Oh, yes, I can. I figured there had to be something in here, so that's a an upgrade module. I think, if I caught that correctly, I think it's a depth upgrade. I'm not even going to bother going to that other room.
The drive core shielding sustained internal damage
can I get up, please?
Repair without appropriate qualifications.
Okay, that's not good. I can't, he won't stand up, like he's just swimming. What the heck? Really? You're gonna tell me that I leapt onto that crate from the other angle and I can't climb up on that pipe? Give me a break. Okay, cool. So we did make it to the drive room. There should be a Cyclops efficiency power upgrade. I will take that.
New blueprint
What am I
acquired.
scanning? Oh, breach.
Warning, local radiation at maximum tolerable level.
I like how she said that, at maximum tolerable level. It's like, it's tolerable, by the way.
Breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
Since we're right here, we'll just go ahead and do this, and that'll make the episode a bit more worthwhile, because we actually repaired the Aurora drive core. I think we gotta go in the water at this point. Other than the little biter things, I don't think there's really anything in here we need to be concerned about. And until I get a laser cutter, which is probably where you get the prawn suit and all that, I think I've explored everything that I can. You guys can let me know if that's not true. However, again, keep in mind if you're commenting on YouTube, I may have already filmed the next one. So if... Get off me. I know I cycled my whole hotbar when I could have just gone left and right. But there was something attacking me, so I didn't know. I don't know.
Containment breach repaired. Further breaches detected.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and repair the rest of these, and then we'll come back at the end. Okay, so we should be on the last one, so let's go ahead and repair this and wrap this episode up.
Drive core breach sealed. Radiation levels decreasing.
So that's useful because on top of everything else, obviously we won't have a catastrophic, you know, radioactive nuclear meltdown, but on top of that, we won't really need to use our radiation suit anymore to be around here, which is pretty cool. Now, there used to be... it looks like they sealed it. Maybe with a laser cutter you could cut through it or something. There used to be an exit point right here in the original early access version, but that seems to have been sealed. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, so I think we've explored everything we can here without the laser cutter thing. Because there's that one room back here where there is a laser, or there's a door that needs to be cut open. So we'll have to come back for that at some point. Probably next episode, if I can get the blueprint for it relatively quickly. But with that, I do apologize for the whole lost episode thing, but it's, you know, lemonade out of lemons, all I could really do. And, oh, that's gonna be a problem. Or will it be a problem? Oh, I guess not. I was gonna say, how do I get out of here? So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us for this episode. I'm going to probably come back here if we can find the laser cutter blueprint next episode or something like that. But in the meantime, we're gonna wrap things up here. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace!